Hey everybody, it's Ron, and I've recently become disinterested in franchises and characters that I used to love and obsess over, which is heartbreaking. Star Wars is pretty much dead to me, and Batman is being written as a pathetic wuss with depression in the comics right now. I kept hearing that if current day comics weren't doing anything for me, I should try manga. I got my feet wet with a couple titles like Naruto and My Hero Macadamia, but they didn't hook me in like I thought they would. I'll go back and revisit them as well because I'm sure they're great, but the one manga that sucked me in immediately and got me into manga was Berserk. For those who don't know, Berserk is a Japanese manga written and drawn by Kentaro Miura. It premiered in 1988 and is still running today. The series is known for having long hiatuses, but so far it hasn't affected me because I've read through probably about 134 chapters out of the 300 plus that are available. The first thing that caught my interest was that it took place in a medieval setting, which was unique compared to some of the other manga I tried out. It's so refreshing to have something be hyped up and then have it exceed expectations. I've listened to some of the other videos on YouTube analyzing and discussing Berserk, and I was shocked to find out that a lot of people think the first arc, the Black Swordsman arc, is one of the weakest. I absolutely loved this arc and was completely immersed in this world that Miura created. The lead character's name is Guts, and if you're going into the series cold, you might think he's a complete jerk. What I love about this first arc is the juxtaposition between Guts and an elf named Puck that he rescues without even knowing. The two become an unlikely pair, and Puck adds a lighter tone to an otherwise dark, very dark story. From the first page, I could tell that Berserk was going to be unlike anything I've ever read. The violence is absolutely gruesome, and the apostles and villains that Guts faces are ugly and disturbing. None of this would work just for violence sake if the story wasn't so gripping. I can't remember the last time I flew through a story because I couldn't wait to see what happened next. So I'll just give a brief rundown of this arc. We're introduced to Guts, who is in the middle of killing an apostle. He's been hunting them, but we're kind of thrown into the middle of the story when the manga starts, so right away, it sets an intriguing premise that I immediately wanted to know more about. It's made clear that there's a brand on his neck that summons these creatures. Right away the stakes are set because you're following a protagonist that's always in danger. Guts might be one of the most overpowered heroes I've ever read, but somehow it works. Every one of the overpowered opponents he faces seem like they're near impossible to defeat, and yet this man can go toe-to-toe with them. The way it's drawn makes these fight sequences riveting. Everything from the introduction of the Behelit to the Apostles and the mysterious person known as Griffith, who Guts seems to have a major beef with, perfectly set up this great world building with just enough mystery. Of course, most of these unanswered questions are focused on heavily in the Golden Age arc, which is considered by many to be the best storyline in all of Berserk. But that's a video for another time. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're digging the content, and thank you for watching.